Hello, my name's Sam and you're watching my channel Sew That Sparkle with Sam, and today is just my weekly kind of catch-up video where I let you know a little bit of my makes, plans, a bit of a fabric haul today and a little bit of life. So it's just a catch-up of what I've been doing this week. If that's of interest to you, then don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in a bit. So, I've kind of decided not to do Friday sews on a Friday anymore because it's just not working for me, and I've been trying to kind of like move it around and figure it out and figure out where it kind of fits into my life, and it just doesn't on a Friday. And I know I've kind of, tried Friday sews on a Sunday, but what I'm going to do, at least for the next few weeks, is I'm going to try and do a weekly catch up on a Monday, because for me that's when my week starts. It's when my teaching week starts. I have some time off on a Monday even though I'm working, so that if I kind of I can perhaps record some on a Sunday, I can record some on a Monday, I can definitely get it uploaded, and I know that it's going to be regular, because I think that that's what you guys like, is that you like a weekly kind of regular catch up to find out what I've been up to. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So I hope that's okay. Now, I have woken up this morning with a little bit of a sore throat. So apologies if I am a little croakier than normal. And I've also I get a facial flare up every now and again. It's just my skin. And that has flared up, which often happens when I'm a bit under the weather. So it is still me under here, I promise. I'm just looking a little bit flushed and sounding a little husky today. So yeah, but it's still me and I'm still here. Now, I have done quite a few videos recently, because if you've watched my New Year, my 50th year, 30th, there's wishful thinking for you. So 2025, I am going to turn 50. So I have done some sewing inspirations, and if you want to find out all about that, then I'll link the video down below. And so I am actually doing quite a few more vlogs at the moment, because I'm doing lots of the other vlogs, my sewing intentions, as separate standalone vlogs, but I will be telling you what I've been getting up to in the week with those as well. So this kind of weekly catch up is a good way of you finding out what I've been up to. Now, even though I am absolutely steadfast on smashing my stash, which basically is using up my stash this year as much as I can, I have made the decision that I am not banning myself from buying fabrics, because, well, one, that's just a silly idea, because I love fabrics and it would make me sad. And two, a lot of the reason why I'm having to smash my stash is that I've got lots of fabrics in my stash that I bought over the years that are not really what I would buy now, and what I would buy now are for things that I want to make now. So, I'm on a mission to kind of sew up those fabrics, but I also want to make the things that I want to make, so I have bought myself a few fabrics. So the first fabric company that I want to talk about is Minerva. Now, I don't normally buy from Minerva. I have been stung a little few times from Minerva. Fabrics that I've bought that haven't quite been what I've expected them to be, or haven't been the quality that I would expect them to be. But I was having a look on the Minerva website, and there's been a couple of fabrics on there that I've really had my eye on for a while. They suddenly went into the sale, and I'd mentioned it on Virtual Sewing Room that I really fancied them, but trying to watch the pennies, it's Christmas time and all of those kinds of things, but they were in the sale, they were real bargains. Anyway, the lovely Mandy at Make It Sew just took it upon herself to send me a £20 voucher from Minerva for Christmas on that very day, and said, go treat yourself. So I did. Now there's 3 fabrics that I saw. In fact, there was 4 fabrics, but one of them unfortunately they didn't have, which was a little bit disappointing, but hey ho. Now the first one, this one I've had my eye on for a while, is a beautiful cotton poplin in this beautiful green. I mean, you can tell why I like it, can't you? It's green, it's got moons, it's got kind of, it looks a bit celestial, they look a bit like planets. It's just gorgeous. It's a cotton poplin. There's 1.6 meters. I'm going to make myself a shirt. I don't quite know what shirt yet, but I'm definitely going to make myself a shirt because I can see myself wearing this for work a lot. I did think first of all about making it into pajama bottoms, but I cannot close the drawer on my pajama drawer at the moment because I have so many pajamas. So yeah. So I am going to use it for a shirt, and I think you'll agree it is beautiful. So that was the first fabric that I treated myself to. I'm going to pop that behind me. So this pile is going to get much, much larger. Now the second one was actually one that I hadn't had my eye on, but because one was out of stock, I had kind of started having a look, and it's a tencel fabric and it's a check and it's gorgeous. It's black and grey. Now I've bought nearly 3 meters of this. It was massively reduced. It's gorgeous weight to it. It's absolutely fantastic. And the reason, as you can see, it's all been washed because I've rainbow overlocked it. So it's all been washed. It's ready to go. It just needs a good press. Now, the reason that I bought this is I've been wanting to make myself a longer version of the poppy pinafore. I do make that quite often. It's the poppy pinafore by the Dressmaker's Closet. I'll try and see if I've got a picture of a shorter one that I wear, and I'll pop that in. It's just a very simple pinafore. It's buttons down the back, but to be honest, I can get it over my head, but I do generally put the buttons and button placket on because I'm one of these strange people that quite like doing buttons and buttonholes. So, you know, what are you going to do? But I want to make the longer version. So what I want to do is I want to add an extra panel. So it's kind of a bit longer so that I can wear it with different tops underneath it. And it'll kind of look like, you know, a bit of a, yeah, it's mainly for work. It's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I do love this. I love black and grey. You know how I love my monochrome. I love my bright colours, but I also always go back to monochrome. That tends to be my go-to. It's just what I like. And yeah. So, and I could get away with lots and lots of bright colours underneath this one as well. So I'd have lots of things to go with it. So yeah. That one just was a no-brainer. As soon as I saw it, I thought, well, I know what that's going to be. That's going to be a poppy pinafore. So in the basket, yes, please. Now, the next fabric, this is probably the one that kind of Mandy was wanting me to buy the most. It's a viscose fabric. I bought 3.5 meters, and I think that this is going to be my fabric for a Frocktails event, but I'm not going to tell you which one, but I think it is going to be a Frocktails event fabric. And look, so I mean, it's very similar to the Poplin, but it's a deeper green, and I mean, it's just beautiful. There's nothing about this that I don't like. I love all of the colours in it, even the pinks. I love the pinks. Yeah, I just think it's absolutely stunning. It's got since I've washed it, when I first got it, I thought, oh, that's going to be tricky to sew. But now I've given it a wash, it feels like it's got, even though it's got a lovely drape, it's got a little bit of stability to it. So that was good, because I was a little bit concerned that was going to be a nightmare to sew. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I think you'll agree. It is lovely. Now, I can't remember, does it say on the selvage? Because I have a feeling that, what does it say? Jessica Swift rayon. There you go. But yeah, so there we go. Viscose. I think it might, even be considered a viscose chalet, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that is definitely going to be a Frocktails dress. So you will have to watch my 50 and Frolicking vlog that will be coming out soon to tell you what that may be turned into. So that's very exciting. This pile's just gonna, I'm just gonna let you see it. I'm just gonna let you see the mess because this is me. So that was it from Minerva. And then, as I said, I've tried to be quite good, but I don't have very much French terry in at the moment. And I'm going through a bit of a hoodie and sweatshirt making thing. But I've kind of completely run out of decent French terry, or any French terry, to be honest. So I saw that Knighton Fabrics, I've seen a few people that have bought from Knighton Fabrics, and I know that their fabrics are not necessarily like top quality, but for the price they seem to be very reasonable. So I thought, right, well, let's have a go. I have bought from them before and I was very happy, so I thought, well, let's have a go again. And I bought some black French terry, and here it is, and it's gorgeous quality. It's probably got some polyester in it. It's definitely not 100% cotton, but it feels nice and soft, feels very wearable. The backing is that kind of loop back that you would expect from French terry. It's got a nice stretch to it, and it feels like a really decent weight. So that's basically for me to do some colour blocking on some jerseys and some sweatshirts and some hoodies. So, and maybe I am actually in the market for a new pair of jogging bottoms, because my black jogging bottoms are they're not looking their best at the moment. So I might manage to get a pair of jogging bottoms out of that as well, which would be absolutely fantastic. So onto the pile that goes. And then this was a bit of a punt because it was an absolute bargain. I think it was something like £6 for 3 meters. And it's, again, another monochrome. And yeah, and it's got these kind of like big floral prints on. It said French terry like this one. This is definitely finer than that one. But I do really like it. And again, I might use it for kind of mixing and matching with that one for perhaps hoodies and sweatshirts, or even possibly a dress. Because I reckon I could probably do a dress with this. It's not super stretchy, but it's definitely got plenty of stretch in it. So yeah, I thought that was really nice. I like this one. And then the last fabric that I bought, I bought this because of Baby Sparkles. So it was one of those things, like, saw it and thought immediately of him. So my son Joe, Baby Sparkles, if you know, you know. Yeah, rainbow zebras. Rainbow zebras. So now the reason I bought this is, now this may seem really strange to you, but we have got a wedding to go to this year. And it's a very close family friend. We're all invited, the whole family. And obviously the children all used to play together when they were younger. And one of the things that one of the children and Joe always used to kind of play was rainbows and horses, like rainbow My Little Ponies and that kind of thing. And, you know, that kind of rainbow horse scenario. And whenever I see this, it just reminds me of them together. So the wedding that we're going to is all outside. It's going to be really magical. So it will probably get quite chilly in the evening. So I thought what I'd do is I'd make Joe either a hoodie or a sweatshirt of some kind so that he could wear what he wants to wear underneath. But then in the evening, when it gets a bit cooler, he can wear his rainbow zebra jumper, and it will mean something to the family. So, because I think that's what wedding's all about. You don't, you know, it's there's not a dress code that you have to dress smart. In fact, the dress code is dress as you are, come as you want. So rainbow zebras it is. And I will be talking a little bit more about the dress that I'm going to make for that wedding as well. But that will be coming up in one of my 50 and frolicking videos. So yeah, so that's my little fabric haul. It's not a massive fabric haul. I mean, it looks like a massive pile, but only, you know, only 6 pieces of fabric going into the stash. And they've all really got plans for them. So I don't imagine that they're going to stay in my stash for all that long. But, you know, as I said, I'm not going to ban myself because I love buying fabrics. So one of the makes that I realised that I hadn't shown you that I made over Christmas is my Donnie shirt. I did wear it actually. I've worn it quite a few times. And it's fabric that I bought from Abercarn's when we went up in November, and I was very much it was all Adam's fault. It wasn't, it was me, but you know, I was very influenced. And as you can see, I've taken the selvage, the little raw bit from the selvage, and I've actually used that as the label in the back. So because I just love it so much. And then and it's a Donnie shirt. I think it is the size medium that I made. And yeah, I do make it a little bit longer. I make it 2.5 inches longer. And I forgot this time. I always make this a little bit higher, and I didn't this time. But luckily, because of all of the colours, I've got lots of different colours, like camisole tops that I can wear, or vest tops that I can wear underneath. So it's not the end of the world, but I must remember to mark that on my pattern because I haven't, so I didn't. That's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes you just get a bit carried away, and I got a bit carried away and just went for it because I was so excited by the fabric and I just did it. But hey ho. So yes, I've also been doing lots of selfless sewing. I've been lots of making for gifts. Even though Christmas is done, I'm still making for gifts, and I'm still making for swaps, and I will be sharing that in another vlog very soon. And I've also been smashing my stash. So if you haven't seen my Smash the Stash video, then I'll pop that down below and you can go and have a look. But I showed you 3 fabrics that I was hoping to make into garments by the end of the month, and 2 of them are almost done. So that's not bad going, is it? That's not bad going. So yeah, I mean, they're not finished, but 2 of them are almost done. So I'm definitely on track for that one. I may even get my extra Brucey bonus one done. I don't know. It depends on how much time I get this month. So as I said, Monday for me is a work day. So I am going to go in and teach some lovely ladies sewing. I haven't done a lot of work this week, apart from we've had a massive stock take at Karen and Rose, so I've had to do lots of counting and it's hurt my brain. So I'm actually really glad that this week there's no more counting, it's just back to teaching. So I'm teaching Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evening and Thursday evening. So, and that will be my regular teaching sessions for this term. Termly it tends to change, so but at least I know what I'm kind of doing, and it means actually, because it'll have a few more hours in the day that starts to free up a little bit, which will be good because then I can sew. Yeah. So what else have I been sewing? I have been doing lots of mending this week. I've been doing lots of mending of pyjamas. I don't know what it is about this time of year, but my boys tend to pop out of their pyjamas. So I've been, I don't know, maybe it's the turkey. So I have actually been doing lots of mending. And I quite like doing that, to be honest. It's quite nice. It's quite satisfying because they, you know, the kids or Simon brings it in and puts it in my sewing room, and then it sits there for ages, and then I go, oh, I must just do that. And it's quite satisfying when you've fixed it and given it a little press, folded it up and put it on their bed ready to put away, and knowing that it's going to do a little bit longer. So yeah, so I've enjoyed that this week. What have you been up to this week, and what have you got plans for this week? Please let me know, because I do love a little bit of a chat in the comments. And yeah, and I will, so I'm going to see you on a Monday in future. So I will see you next Monday, but don't forget to look out for what else I've been up to. Don't forget to sparkle. I'll see you really soon. Bye for now.